250 grand.
To get started, and preferably raised in Mount Thomas. But, you know, it shouldn't be too difficult because most of the businesses are already committed to the idea of a community bank. The money's already been promised.
And I think we can count on that support. As long as we have the right people on the board of management, naturally.
Can't go wrong with the senior police sergeant as chairperson, now can you?
Yes. Good to have you on board, Tom.
Get a load of that. The only thing missing from that picture is the brown paper bag.
No, there's no brown paper bag there. They're solving the problems of the world.
Well, who is that with your boss? Is he a banker or a Mormon?
I'm sure it's going to be hugely successful. No, that's Derek Giles. It's in the property market.
Another local, a new girl should keep her eye on, eh? Just my age.
Your throw, Celine. Chris, I'll have a real beer, I think.
Now to the ongoing inquiry into
Could you turn it up a bit,
corruption.
please?
And disgraced former police officer Sean O'Brien is believed to have passed on a number of names of alleged crooked cops to the
Sean
Parliamentary Select
O'Brien?
Committee,
Pat, is that the same
including
Sean
still
O'Brien?
active duty within the force.
Yeah,
Responding
that's
to
him.
questions at his weekly
That
press
bag.
conference today, the Premier said
I
one
can't say I'm
bad
surprised,
apple
you know.
didn't mean
Do you know
the
him?
barrel was rotten.
Yeah, we all work together a long
Confidence in
time
the
ago.
force.
Yeah? What did you make out of it?
Oh, millions. Well, you've seen my mansion.
Well, boss, if we had known you'd been accepting bribes all these years, we would have asked for subsidised lunches at
with
least.
the brown paper bag, Joe.
I reckon Jack could do with another ute too.
Yeah, you're spring for a new one, are you,
Oh,
boss?
absolutely. What's the matter?
I've just been having a word with Mick.
What about O'Brien?
Yeah, O'Brien spilled his guts. I'm on the list. And so are you.
Well, I think it's crap.
Of course it's crap. O'Brien's just sending up a smokescreen. Imagine Tom Croydon on the take.
Things were different back then.
And you'd know.
I'm not passing judgment, all right? It's just the way things were. As I understand it, he probably wouldn't have had much choice.
Joe, you should get some service in before you start throwing opinions around.
Oh, come on, guys. All I'm saying is...
Constable, you were just saying.
Nothing, boss. Not important.
Good. I'm sure you've got plenty to do. Any calls?
No, boss.
You wouldn't be delivering coffee under false pretenses, would you?
Oh, why would I do that?
Butter me up with a hot beverage, then try to wheedle information out of me?
Wouldn't even think of it.
No, of course not.
So, about last night.
I know what you were all talking about, and I'm not even going to buy into it.
Well, boss, we want you to know that you have our full support.
Thanks. But it's a storm in a teacup. Well, coffee mug in this case.
Well, at least it won't affect Dad now that he's off the force.
That's true.
Not that he'd have anything to hide either.
No. Doyle, I have to make a few calls.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that he was named, but is he actually under investigation? Well, who would know? Fine, thank you. Thanks. Last night, what exactly did Brother Mick say to Pat?
I'm not really sure. The Dad doesn't seem to be too worried about himself, and there's nothing they can do to him now that he's off the force.
Nothing they can do to him anyway if he's innocent.
Exactly. I mean, he doesn't seem to be too worried about anything. I don't know if I'd be that cool if my name was on that list.
Will you do us a favour? Give Mick a call?
Yeah, why?
Well, we need to find out what the SP is for the boss.
What's the point in that?
Yeah, what did he do wrong?
Jack, it's not the way the world works. Mud sticks.
Yes, Leela. How can I help you?
Oh, is Tom in?
He is, but he's busy.
Oh, well, I bought this for him. It's this year's new batch. I know how he likes my strawberry jam.
Oh, that's lovely, Leela. I'll see that he gets
I'd
it.
like to give it to him personally. I usually do.
Leela, he's busy.
I suppose he would be. All this corruption business they're talking about.
Who's talking about it?
Oh, you know, on the telly and that.
It's some sort of trouble down at the high school.
All right, Jack, Joe, off you go.
Well, thanks for the strawberry jam, Leela. I'll see that he gets it.
Oh.
Even my dad used to get bottles of scotch and stuff for Chrissy, and he's a plumber.
That's not corruption.
That's my point. I mean, we'd call it accepting a bribe now, but it's kind of nice to go back to the days when people could give you a gift of appreciation.
And open ourselves up to charges later on.
See? It's not that cut and dried. You're even contradicting yourself now.
OK, so it wasn't wrong then, but it is now. I still don't believe Tom Croydon would ever have been involved in anything dodgy.
Come on, Stretch. He's a blokey kind of guy, you know, one of the boys.
He's trashed.
He's trooping out.
That's enough. Back to your classes, all of you.
It's all right, Ewan. Everything's fine. Breathe slowly now.
Come on, everybody out. Come on, back to class. Back to class.
That's it.
That's it, slowly and deeply. Good. You're gonna be all right.
He's resting now, but he'll be okay.
If he's been using marijuana, I'm afraid we're going to have to interview him.
Ewan's not a druggie. He says it's the first time he's ever smoked dope.
And you believe that?
He's not that kind of kid.
What kind of kid is he?
Quiet, usually. Sensitive. A touch too introspective for his own good, maybe.
Any idea where he might have got the drugs?
I wouldn't know.
Not from round here, maybe. Another student, perhaps?
Look, I've no idea.
G'day, miss. What's doing?
Shouldn't you be in class, Rick?
Oh, on our way now.
Who's that charmer?
Just another adolescent that fancies his chances.
Perhaps they think I was trying to bribe him.
With a pot of strawberry jam?
What's the matter with my strawberry jam, Merv Poole?
It's not exactly what you corrupt the police with, is it?
That's the way it starts, isn't it, Pat?
What isn't? What?
Bribing the police. Small gifts, then larger ones. Free lunches.
That's not bribery. At least it wasn't in my day. Exactly. Tom Croydon's as honest as the day is long, and he always has been.
Then why is he locked in his office?
Locked in his... Look,
what
just
makes you think
because
he's locked in
somebody's
there?
been named by some crooked copper doesn't mean he's on the take.
Is Tom one of the ones that bloke named?
Look, Leela, Pat, maybe you should be careful about what you're saying, eh?
All I'm saying is I take people as I find them. Sure, there's some pretty heavy coppers out there, but Tom Croydon and his people are fine by me. And you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Got a nice little item here I can let you have for 50.
Thanks all the same, Gary. I haven't got any room at the moment.
Listen, you know the word's about, but...
Yeah, I know.
I want you to know I don't buy into that sort of rubbish.
Thanks, Gary. A few more people around.
I don't care what you did. You were straight up and down with me, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Gary.
Rumours are getting crazy. Apparently, you're locked in your office.
But crazy's right, which is why I'm not responding to them. It just adds fuel to the fire.
Well, Mick says they've already been investigating this
Have
thing.
you been talking to your brother about
Sorry,
me?
boss. I asked her to.
Listen, I know you all mean well, but the worst thing I can do right now is run around protesting my innocence. Just leave it alone and let it die a natural death.
Jack, it is nothing to do with her.
I didn't say it was. It's just you've got to take drugs in school as a serious issue.
Is this the high school job?
Yeah, the kid causing all the problems was high as a kite. Jack reckons Selena's not telling us.
I didn't say that.
Did you interview the kid?
I was in no fit state to be interviewed, believe me. Spoke to the mother, though. She's talking about getting him to the doctor and having him checked out before she brings him in.
And you think Selena might have some idea where the drugs coming from? Maybe one of the kids?
Well, she did seem closed-mouthed about the whole issue.
Well, I don't think she's hiding anything.
Maybe, maybe not. It would be worth having another word to her, huh? Apply a little friendly pressure.
What we're saying is that if it is somebody in the school supplying the dope, then it's in everybody's interest to stop it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, assuming you're right.
Meaning you don't think it is somebody in the school?
Meaning I don't know who it is, like I said before.
Selena, we can deal with this discreetly, you know.
These things escalate. I've seen it happen. Kids get hurt. Look, Joe, sorry I can't help you. I've got a staff meeting to get to.
So what do you think now? Do you think she does know where the dope came from?
All right, maybe she does.
So why won't she tell?
She said, I mean, kids get hurt. She doesn't want that.
All kids get hurt if she doesn't.
I think she knows what she's doing.
No, you mean she's your mate, so she's okay?
No, not just that. I mean, she's a good teacher. You can tell. You saw how she was with that Ewan kid.
Oh, it's the druggie! Oh, don't freak out, man. Don't freak out. Look out! Oh, yeah. Peace, man. Peace.
Is that Ewan Roberts?
What? Oh, him. Oh, yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
And you are?
Rick Rixton.
What was all that with Ewan?
Nothing, just having a chat. A bit of a joke.
Didn't look like he was laughing.
You had to be there.
You don't know where he got his dope from, do you?
Was that what it was?
Don't play games with me, mate. Just answer the question.
Well, he didn't get it from me, all right? Ask her, why don't you?
Her? You mean Miss Harvey?
That's right. Sexy Selena. Where else do you think her toy boy'd get his stash from?
Hello? Tom. Oh, where are we going to do this?
Tom, there's something we need to talk about.
Huh?
The committee have been discussing the
What's the matter?
Nothing. It's just that
Tom, the committee feel that under the circumstances, your presence might be inappropriate.
Really? Why is that?
We're trying to raise money, Tom. We can't be seen to condone this type of behaviour.
What sort of behaviour would that be, Barry?
You know what I'm talking about, Tom. Don't make me spell it out.
No, I want you to spell it out.
We've heard that you've been named in the corruption investigation. Whether it's true or not, to us it's guilt by association. Either you resign or you'll be voted out.
Like Selena said, I mean, this Rick character probably fancies her himself. All kids have sexual daydreams about their teachers. I did.
Yeah, it's still a pretty serious accusation, though.
What is?
Some of the kids at the high school are spreading rumours about Selena Harvey.
What sort of rumours?
Well, like she's been with Ewan Roberts.
Rubbish.
And that she's been supplying him with dope.
They're just trying to cause trouble.
Yeah, maybe, but you don't know that for sure.
No, but I know Selena.
Well, let's bring the boy in anyway, hear what he's got to say. Tell PJ I want him in on this. Who put these on my desk?
I don't know, boss.
Yeah, get him out of here right away.
Me, boss?
Yes, you, anybody. Put him in the property cage and make sure you enter him in the book.
Is Tom in? Yeah, but he's not in a good mood, to put it mildly. I know. He's just been asked to resign from the bank committee.
I don't believe it. Why?
Because of all this corruption business, the other committee members are afraid it'll rub off on them.
Chris, how could you let this happen to him?
Well, I'm not the one who believes it, and I guess you got to understand the committee's point of view.
Understand? Even if it means dumping him?
I know it looks like that, but that's why I'm here. I want to try and explain to him. But I guess now's not a good time.
No, it's not.
Okay. But look, Maggie, whatever we feel about Tom, the town desperately needs this bank.
Where did you get the marijuana, Ewan? Was it from someone at school? Was it?
He's scared, can't you see that?
Was it another student? Or a teacher?
Teacher? What teacher?
Please, Mrs. Roberts, if you don't mind. Was it a teacher, Ewan? Was it Miss Harvey?
No, it wasn't.
You certain of that?
Of course I am.
You're close to her, though, aren't you?
Don't know what you mean.
I mean, she's like a friend to you.
I suppose so.
Is it more than that?
More?
Is it more than just teacher and student? You know what I mean?
Look, why are you asking me this? Has someone said something?
There have been rumours going around, yes. Are they true?
I don't want to talk about it. It's none of your business.
Afraid it is, Ewan.
Look, it's between her and me. You've got no right...
Is your relationship with her more than teacher and student?
What are you trying to say?
Have you had sex with her?
All right, yeah. Yeah, we have. What's wrong with that? Why shouldn't we? She loves me. I love her.
Of course it isn't true. I admit I like him. He's a good student. A bit of a loner. I suppose I'm close to him, but that's as far as it's gone.
So why would he say it was true?
Wishful thinking, who knows? He's an adolescent boy with a domineering mother, all sorts of reasons. Kids that age, especially ones like you, and their emotions are all over the place.
What about the dope smoking?
Yes.
Well, was it possible that he got the stuff from you?
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
I think she's telling the truth.
PJ?
It seems plausible enough, but I'm still not sure.
No smoke without fire, Rick.
Yeah, something
I
like
thought
that.
this was the last place we'd hear something like that.
I beg your pardon, Constable? Look, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. We have legitimate doubts about Miss Harvey's behaviour, which we are obliged to investigate. Now, let's start with the background before she came to Mount Thomas, all right?
Boss? Yes, boss.
Ah, Tom, glad I caught you. Something we need to discuss.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, sir. My office.
Thank you, Doyle.
I have to say I'm a little disappointed in the lack of faith in my intelligence, if nothing else.
I beg your pardon?
Whose idea was it, Steve Millich's?
What are you talking about?
2 bottles of vodka on my desk. Half-baked integrity test that wouldn't have fooled a probationer.
Well, you've lost me. There's been no integrity test as far as I know. I take it we're talking about this O'Brien business.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I wanted to discuss with you. I just wanted to put your mind at rest and tell you personally that we don't believe you have a case to answer.
With all due respect, I know that already.
And if you'll let me finish, that there is an official letter on its way stating as much.
Marvellous. I'll have it framed and hang it round my neck. That should convince the
You
public.
don't think you're taking this just a bit too seriously?
No, even my members are starting to look at me sideways. And would you mind telling me why I wasn't afforded the courtesy of an interview when O'Brien's allegations first came up? It was over a month ago,
Because
wasn't it?
we didn't think it was necessary.
We?
The department. Look, I understand you must be finding this all a little bit trying, but you mustn't let it get on top of you.
You haven't answered my question, sir.
There was no corroborating evidence.
Is that all?
What else do you want?
Yeah, I see.
Leela.
Did he get it?
Did who get what?
The jam, Sergeant Croydon.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Leela, I forgot. I'll give it to him when he's finished with Inspector Falcon Price.
Inspector Falcon Price? Him from St David's? Oh.
Yes, he's in there now. What are you doing? I thought you wanted him to have it.
Not now. I don't want to get him into any more trouble. Not after what your dad's been saying.
What did he say?
What did Leela want?
Oh, nothing, just a chat. You know what she's like.
Oh, there you are, Tom. Someone still has faith in you.
Selena Harvey, boss.
What about it?
I did some checking, like you said, and I'm sure it's not as bad as it sounds.
Let me be the judge of that.
Well, apparently she was transferred from her last school for what the Education Department describes as inappropriate behaviour in regard to a certain student.
There was a reactionary headmaster and a group of conservative parents that didn't approve of my teaching methods, that's all.
Anything else?
The way I treated the kids as equals and friends, they felt it undermined their authority.
And that's all?
That was enough, believe me. Then the rumour mill got going and, well, you'd know better than most what that can do to your reputation in a small
We're not
town.
talking about me right now.
So, because of my previous teaching history, you think these ridiculous allegations about Ewan and I are justified. Wonderful.
I didn't say that. But I am going to have to inform the high school.
I thought you might.
Selena!
You're pretty quiet in there.
I'm just the new girl. There's not really a lot I could do. But for what it's worth, I thought you handled yourself really well.
He still doesn't believe me, though, does he?
I don't know.
Do you?
Look, I'm not passing any moral judgments or anything. But did you have sex with him?
As it happens, no. I'm close to him, yes. But sex didn't come into it. Never would have.
You sent him to the station? Yeah, OK, thanks for that. Has anybody seen 2 bottles of vodka?
Oh, that was your grog?
Yeah.
I put it in the boss's office.
The boss
You
thought
didn't,
that.
did you?
He told me to chuck him in the property cage.
Think yourself lucky they weren't poured down the sink. You know the regulations about alcohol in the station.
Sorry, they were
I'm
supposed
not
to be sent to the
interested in
watch house,
excuses. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
He could have got corrupted when he was a young copper. It was natural then. I mean, I've known him bend the rules myself.
Leave it.
Can't carry on like this.
It's not going to do any good.
Better let sleeping dogs lie.
Well, you should try some of that yourself, Dad. According to her, she got all this stuff from you.
Where?
Talking about the old days, you know, freebies.
Dad, how could you let it get out that the boss's name was on the list?
I was just trying to set it straight, the silly old bat.
Last year, at Christmas.
I don't remember any...
Hey, boss, over here.
It's all right, I'm not staying. Oh, no, Gary Cooper felt in high noon.
I'm sorry, but you know what people are like.
Yeah, I'm beginning to learn. What about you?
Well, look, I'm sorry about the committee, but there was just
no,
nothing...
not the committee, Chris. You.
But you know that I'm on your side, but I'm afraid they've already made up their
trouble
minds.
is you believe what anyone tells you. The corrupt cops aren't the ones who let people off parking fines. They got bigger fish to fry.
What would you know about it, Merv?
As much as you, so keep your bloody mouth shut.
Don't tell me to shut my mouth, Merv. Paula, I'll help you shut yours.
Pipe down, we hear the phone. Come on.
Kevin, he called me a...
Yeah, that means you too, Merv.
Oh, thanks a lot. I was on your side.
So that's what this has come to, eh? Taking sides.
Ah, here he is, the man himself. I hope you're happy, Sergeant Croydon.
Not particularly. Why?
Why not? I've just had a call from my principal. Thanks to you, I've been suspended indefinitely.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Are you? Some dirty little rumour has put my whole career in jeopardy. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
Mrs. Roberts, I just want to make sure that no one is being treated unfairly.
What are you talking about?
Your son's teacher has been suspended from a job and could be facing very serious charges.
Which is exactly what she deserves.
Are you sure of that?
What do you mean? If she's been carrying on with my
Yes,
boy?
if. But so far it's only his word against her.
Well, of course she'd deny
Yes,
it.
of course, but let's be frank. I mean, Ewan does seem to be rather highly strung.
What are you saying? That Ewan's peculiar
Perhaps
or
his
something?
imagination has just run away with him.
Nonsense. She's the one in the wrong, not by Ewan. He's done nothing.
Well, that's not strictly true. He was smoking marijuana.
She gave it to him.
Miss Harvey says that she didn't, and so did Ewan when we first interviewed him.
That doesn't excuse her.
Not if she's guilty, no. Look, this needn't be the end of the world for Ewan. If, as I said, we can sort something out. Now, do you understand what I'm saying, Mrs. Roberts?
Oh, I think so, yes. I understand what you're saying, all right. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Or as the rest of us put it, simple bribery.
That is not what I meant
I
at
know
all.
what you meant. You'll drop the drug charges against my son if Ewan takes back what he said about that slut of a teacher. Now, excuse me.
Excuse me. Well, she's adamant that you indicated you would drop the drugs charge if her son dropped the accusations against his teacher.
And she's mistaken. If she'd just let
Are
me
you sure
finish...
about that, are you?
Meaning?
Just that you might have inadvertently have said something that could have been misinterpreted that way, considering the pressure you were under.
I told you I didn't.
Good, then I accept your word, naturally.
Look, at the moment, with this O'Brien business hanging over me, everyone sees me as a crooked cop. Why should Stephanie Roberts be any different?
And I'd suggest that for the time being you take particular care in your dealings with the public.
May I ask why you're here, sir?
I've been considering the conversation we had yesterday and I've come to offer you a possible solution.
Really?
Yeah, I understand how difficult this is for you and I thought perhaps I could offer you a transfer.
You what?
Well, temporary, of course.
Oh, no. No way. I'm not running off with my tail between my legs.
People make all sorts of wild accusations. He'd know that.
Yeah, at least the boss hasn't lost his job.
And he doesn't intend to, but so there are no more mistakes or misunderstandings. We play everything straight down the line. Certain allegations have been made against Selina Harvey. Let's follow them through, shall we? What about the claim that she gave the marijuana to you? Did you get anywhere with that?
No, not so far. She hasn't got any form, but I'd like to search your house.
Get a warrant and do it. Maggie, do you know if Pat's at your place?
Yeah, should be. Oh, sir, can I have a word, please?
Quickly, Doyle, quickly.
Sir, I just wanted to let you know that Senior Sergeant Croydon has all of our full support.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Loyalty's an admirable quality. Now, if there's nothing else, I have a very
And I'm
busy
wondering, sir, why you haven't helped him out more?
I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at, Doyle.
Is there any way that you can let the townspeople know that he's not guilty of anything?
You're a career policewoman, Senior. You know that's not the way things work. There's a letter on its way that exonerates Senior Sergeant Croydon. That's all that policy dictates.
But in all fairness, sir, he needs your support right now. And I don't know if you understand the gravity of the situation for him living and working in a country town.
Oh, I think I do. That's why I've offered your boss a temporary transfer to allow things to calm down. He doesn't want to take it. That is his prerogative. The department has acted in an entirely proper manner.
But, sir, he is innocent.
And we're not disputing that.
I think I was just hoping that somehow you'd be able to speak out on behalf of a decent and honest man.
I'm sorry, Constable, I can't do that. This little controversy will just have to run its course. Good day, Doyle.
This O'Brien character, I mean, he's dumped a bloody great bucket on both of us, and I don't know why. I mean, what do you remember about him?
Yeah, a shifty bastard.
Was he?
Yeah, ambitious. Bit of a skirt chaser.
That's right. He was married, though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, she was a nice girl. Too good for him.
It's got me beat. Why would he dump me in it?
Oh, I never liked him myself. He's always too eager to please. You know, yes, Sergeant, no, Sergeant, real arse-licker. That's something you never were. Never one to curry favour, Tom.
I tell you, Pat, it's getting a bit lonely out there.
Yeah, know how you feel.
Why is he doing this?
I'm buggered if I know. You're as pure as the driven snow. Still are.
I don't know about that. But I have never been on the take.
I know that, Tom.
So how do I convince everybody else?
Well, you can't. If you protest, you look guilty. If you don't protest, you still look guilty. You're snookered both ways. I'll bet you're glad you came round for a chat.
Oh, yeah. I feel much better now.
He finds one roach and suddenly I'm the drug queen of Mount Thomas.
You smoke a bit of dope, though, don't you?
You mean you haven't? come on, I bet everyone here's tried it at least once. All right, I admit I occasionally use the stuff, but that doesn't mean I'd give it to Ewan. I wouldn't do that. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but we're still going to have to charge you with possession.
Oh, well, why not? Sounds like par for the course. You've already lost me my job. The town thinks I'm some sort of sexual predator. Anything else you'd like to accuse me of while I'm here?
Come on.
Oh, boss, how did you go?
Not as well as I expected.
Shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah. Listen, Dad. You and the boss are letting all of this get out of control.
What are you talking about?
Well, it seems stupid that you both think it's magically going to go away. I don't understand why you just don't tell people what you know.
Well, why should I? Nobody knows that I'm on the list.
Yeah, well, you managed to keep that part quiet while you dumped the boss in it.
It wasn't malicious, Maggie. Besides, I'm out of the force now.
I know that, so tell people what you know. I mean, you obviously don't care what O'Brien said, but it's hurting the boss.
It's not that simple, Mags.
Seems pretty simple to me.
Look, there are things that you don't know.
About the boss?
About the way things were back then.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Nothing. Forget it. I've done what I can.
Dad,
Just leave it be.
were you involved? You were. You were.
Look, you've got to understand the way things were back then. It was just normal.
Normal? What was normal?
Oh, you know, drinks on the house, tickets to the big game.
Yeah, what else, Dad? What else did you do?
Maggie, I'm your father.
Yeah, did you take money?
Oh, all right, yes. Sometimes, yes.
In other words, graft. So, Sergeant Pat Doyle was on the take.
It wasn't much, I can tell you.
Wasn't much. What about the boss?
Oh, no, never him. Never Thomas Arthur Croydon. Oh, no, he's too straight, square as a butterbox.
Yeah.
Can I have a word, please, boss?
Sure. You all right?
Not really, no.
Come on, sit down. Sit down.
I just spoke to Dad and he told me that he used to be on the take.
I see.
You don't sound surprised.
Don't know.
You knew?
Not exactly. But I always had my suspicions.
Never said anything.
Because they were just suspicions. And he was my boss. And as he says, in those days it was a really fine line, a question of degree.
I just can't believe that he would do that, you know. He was the reason why I joined the force in the first place. I thought he was like you.
Oh, Maggie. Look. In the whole time I've been on the job, I have never met a more natural copper than you. Now, if he can inspire that sort of passion in the work, and he fathered you, can't be all bad, can he?
She did have marijuana in the house.
Yeah, but there's no proof that Selena gave it to Ewan or that she had sex with him.
He says that she did.
Yeah, under pressure. Look, I don't believe him, and I'm going to do something about it.
Look, be careful. If you do things off your own bat around here, you can get in lots of trouble. Trust me.
What's new about that? Look, why don't you come along and see I behave myself properly, all right? There's Rixton.
And look who's with him.
Ewan? Ewan, can we have a chat to you for a minute?
Yeah? What?
What's all this?
What do you mean?
You and Rixton. I thought he was hassling you yesterday.
No, it was just a bit of fun.
Didn't look like fun.
Well, it was. I don't mind. Rick's all right.
You do know Miss Harvey's been suspended, don't you?
So?
So it's because of you. Because of what you said about her having sex with you. Is that a lie, Ewan?
No.
I think it is. I think you made it up. You do know what this will mean for her, don't you? She'll almost certainly lose her job, probably be banned from teaching for life. Did you know that?
No.
But I think that's a pity, because she's a good teacher and a good friend. She's certainly been that to you, hasn't she, Ewan?
Roberts, you coming or not? Or are you going to stand here all day chatting up your new girlfriend?
Cheers. It's up to you, Ewan.
Either go or get sacked. That's what that inspector said.
All right, Leela, that's enough.
I'm only saying what I heard.
You're rumour-mongering. That's what you're doing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and so should the rest of you for listening to her. After all that Tom Croydon has done for this town.
Well, it doesn't alter what he did in the past.
What exactly did he do, Leela?
He was corrupt.
How? Did he take bribes? Did he set criminals free? Did he take free food in return for turning a blind eye?
I don't know.
Come on, anyone? Not one of you can come up with a solid accusation. I mean, where's your proof to show he was crooked?
If you're so certain he's innocent, why did you get him thrown off the bank committee?
That was not my decision.
Maybe not. But you're supposed to be his friend, aren't you? I didn't see you going out of your way to defend him.
Now to other news, and the Parliamentary Select Committee on Police Corruption met again today as news continues to leak about the crooked cop list former member Sean O'Brien dictated, gaining indemnity from prosecution.
Peace offering. Haven't been much of a friend.
You've done what you could. I understand. You gonna come in and help me drink it?
Yeah. I haven't been exactly very supportive, have I? I mean, you've been out on a limo, you still are, and all I've done is sort of stand around and make pious comments about the good of the town.
Good of the town's important.
But so are old friends. I suppose I've been trying to walk the line between the two.
I understand, Chris, really.
I hope you do, because I'm still walking it, or at least trying to.
You do what you have to do. At least I know I've got support, even if it is quiet.
There are a lot of people who believe in you.
Yeah, I guess. Must be Halloween.
Just driving by and we saw your light on.
Yeah, we thought you might like a drink, and since you wouldn't shout, we brought our own.
Oh, come on. The next time you and Lawson decide to pursue inquiries off your own bat, I'd like a bit of advance warning, all right?
Yes, boss.
So what did it prove?
That Ewan was lying to please Rixton.
That's just an assumption.
But you should have seen the two of them, boss, and heard what Ewan was saying.
Did he actually say he'd been lying earlier?
No, but I could...
But nothing. What we need is evidence, not theories. This case is just going to have to run its course.
Boss?
I'm sorry. Ewan has something he wants to say.
It was Rick. He gave me the dope. I didn't want it, but only wimps don't smoke.
What about Miss Harvey?
That was a lie. I made it up.
So you didn't have sex with her?
No. I just said it to impress Rick and the guys. See, they were always going on about all the girls they'd had. making jokes about how Miss Harvey liked me. And if it was them, they'd have scored by now. So I said we'd done it. And they believed me. By then, I couldn't back down.
Why didn't you tell us this the first time we brought you in, Ewan? Would have saved everyone a lot of trouble.
I don't know. I sort of half believed it myself by then. And with Rick and the guys, it was the first time I'd ever really fitted in at school. Anyway, when you said all that about what could happen to her, to Miss Harvey, I couldn't let it, could I?
No, Ewan, you couldn't.
So Selena's off the hook. See what happens when you jump to conclusions.
Thank you,
Bob?
Parrish. I'm not entirely unaware of that.
Oh, I didn't mean in relation to...
That's all right. You're right. You are allowed to be, not too often, but occasionally.
Like a word with you, Tom. If you're not too busy.
Sure, come on through.
Had a long talk with Maggie.
Yeah, she said. She loves you, Pat. Give her time, she'll come round.
Anyway, I wanted to have a word with you. I reckon I've found out the reason that O'Brien's had it in for you.
Why?
Spite. Pure and simple.
Spite?
Because of his wife.
Hang on, I never went near...
No, it's not that, no. It's just, we had a few drinks together one night. Now, I remember he was really pissed off with you because you wouldn't cover for him when he was cheating on her.
What?
Yeah, and then she found out and dumped him. I reckon he blames you for the breakup of his marriage.
That's not the way it was at all. I warned him, I told him, he told me to keep my nose out of his business.
Yeah, some blokes are pretty weird, Tom. Bear grudges. Don't even know you've offended them sometimes.
God. He's let that eat away at him all this time.
The powers that be have decided in their wisdom that my teaching services would be better utilised in the big city.
But you've been cleared.
You can see their point. It'd be difficult staying around. Not sticks. Anyway, I just wanted you to have this. A parting gift in appreciation.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
I'll see you later. I'm sorry. Have a safe trip back, all right?
So, Joe, you gonna open it?
Yeah.
You and I know it's a farewell gift given in good faith. But unfortunately, 20 years from now, others are going to remember it as Joe Parrish being on the take. You should give it back.
But she's a friend.
She's a suspect.
She was cleared.
She was charged on the marijuana. Now, like it or not, she is a customer.
You know what, boss? I'm not sure I want to put up with this for the rest of my working life. Being suspicious every time someone's nice to me or does me a favour. Wondering what their motive is or if they're trying to get at me. I mean, that's no way to live.
Goes with the job, Joe. You ought to know that from what's happened to me. Still, it's up to you.
Take care.
Thanks, Max. Thanks.
What's done is done, Max.
Charles, I just thought you'd like to know that I've been officially cleared of any involvement in police corruption.
Yes, well, I'm sure we're all very pleased.
I've been a policeman in this town for more years than I care to remember. In that time, I've tried to serve the people of Mount Thomas to the best of my ability. Now, OK, I've made the occasional mistake, but one thing I have never been is a bent copper. I thought you were my friends. But you were prepared to accept the word of a corrupt policeman you don't even know against mine because appearances were more important to you than friendship. Well, I'll pitch my integrity against appearances any time because that's more valuable to me than anything, including this letter. You don't want me on your committee? That's fine. That's your privilege, according to your point of view. I just wanted you to know mine.
Tom, just a minute. If Tom isn't on this committee, then neither am I.
Hey, well done, boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, good one. Back on the committee too. What a con artist, eh? No, what I'm saying is, I know a good man when they see it.
Good woman, more like. I don't think they wanted to lose Chris, actually.
Sergeant Croydon, would you like a pot of my strawberry jam?
I'd like that very much. Thanks, Leela. Yeah. Yes, Parrish.
Just wanted to say, in case I gave you the wrong impression earlier, that you were right, of course. About the bracelet. I've given it back.
Good. So I take it you won't be handing in your resignation just yet?
Not just yet, no.
Back in everybody's good books, then.
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? What about yours?
Never doubted you for a minute, Tom.
Really? Not even half a minute?
Well, maybe.
Buy that drink now, boss?
Why not? I wouldn't look on it as a bribe. I think something off the top shelf, maybe. Unless, of course, we can get it on the house.
Oh, cash only in this pub, Sergeant. You ought to know that.
$250,000.
To get started, and preferably raised in Mount Thomas. But, you know, it shouldn't be too difficult because most of the businesses are already committed to the idea of a community bank. The money's already been promised.
And I think we can count on that support. As long as we have the right people on the board of management, naturally.
Can't go wrong with the senior police sergeant as chairperson, now can you?
Yes. Good to have you on board, Tom.
Get a load of that. The only thing missing from that picture is the brown paper bag.
Oh, there's no brown paper bag there. They're solving the problems of the world.
Well, who is that with your boss? Is he a banker or a Mormon?
I'm sure it's going to be hugely successful.
No, that's Derek Giles. It's in the property market.
Another local, a new girl should keep her eye on, eh? Just my age.
Your throw, Celine.
Chris, I'll have a real beer, I think.
Now to the ongoing inquiry into
Could you turn that up a bit,
corruption.
please?
And disgraced former police officer Sean O'Brien is believed to have passed on a number of names of alleged crooked cops to the
Sean
Parliamentary Select
O'Brien?
Committee,
Pat, is it the same
including
Sean
an external
O'Brien?
active duty within the force.
Yeah,
Responding
that's
to
him.
questions at his weekly
That
press
bad.
conference today, the Premier said
I can't say I'm surprised, you know.
Do you know him?
Yeah, we all worked together a long time ago.
Yeah? What did you make out of it?
Got millions. Well, you've seen my mansion.
Well, boss, if we had known you've been accepting bribes all these years, we would have asked for subsidised lunches at
with
least.
the brown paper bag, Joe.
I reckon Jack could do with another ute too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're spring for a new one, were you,
Oh,
boss?
absolutely. What's the matter?
I've just been having a word with Mick.
What about O'Brien?
Yeah, O'Brien spilled his guts. I'm on the list. And so are you.
Well, I think it's crap.
Of course it's crap. O'Brien is just sending up a smokescreen. Imagine Tom Croydon on the take.
Things were different back then.
And you'd know.
I'm not passing judgment, all right? It's just the way things were. As I understand it, he probably wouldn't have had much choice.
Joe, you should get some service in before you start throwing opinions around.
Oh, come on, guys. All I'm saying
Yes,
is...
Constable, you were just saying.
Nothing, boss. Not important.
Good. I'm sure you've got plenty to do. Any calls?
No, boss.
You wouldn't be delivering coffee under false pretenses, would you?
Oh, why would I do that?
Butter me up with a hot beverage, then try to wheedle information out of me?
Wouldn't even think of it.
No, of course not.
So, about last night.
I know what you were all talking about, and I'm not even going to buy into it.
Well, boss, we want you to know that you have our full support.
Thanks. But it's a storm in a teacup. Well, coffee mug in this case.
Well, at least it won't affect Dad now that he's off the force.
That's true.
Not that he'd have anything to hide either.
No. Doyle, I have to make a few calls.
Yep.
Yes, I know that he was named, but is he actually under investigation? Well, who would know? Fine, thank you. Thanks. Last night, what exactly did Brother Mick say to Pat?
I'm not really sure. The dad doesn't seem to be too worried about himself, and there's nothing they can do to him now that he's off the force.
Nothing they can do to him anyway if he's innocent.
Exactly. I mean, he doesn't seem to be too worried about anything. I don't know if I'd be that cool if my name was on that list.
Will you do us a favour? Give Mick a call?
Yeah, why?
Well, we need to find out what the SP is for the boss.
What's the point in that?
Yeah, what did he do wrong?
Jack, it's not the way the world works. Mud sticks.
Yes, Leela. How can I help you?
Oh, is Tom in?
He is, but he's busy.
Oh, well, I bought this for him. It's this year's new batch. I know how he likes my strawberry jam.
Oh, that's lovely, Leela. I'll see that he gets
I'd
it.
like to give it to him personally. I usually do.
Leela, he's busy.
I suppose he would be. All this corruption business they're talking about.
Who's talking about it?
Oh, you know, on the telly and that.
It's some sort of trouble down at the high school.
All right, Jack. Joe, off you go.
Well, thanks for the strawberry jam, Leela. I'll see that he gets it.
Oh.